What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Color Nation Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live 6v6 edition. This is episode number 18, and coming into today, we are sitting nice and pretty at a record of 15-3. This is going to be the third and final time we're using this specific team, and it's done pretty darn well so far. I think we have 2 victories with it, if I'm not mistaken. It could be wrong, but I'm thinking we have 2 victories. So we're going to try for a team sweep, essentially, here, as we're going for a 3rd victory with this team. I'll give you guys a refresher in case you didn't watch the previous episodes, or you just forget what sets we're running, just as a reminder, just so you guys know what's going on going into the battle. Before I do that, though, I'd like to remind you that if you haven't done so already and you would like to show some support to the channel and the series, which I hope you guys do, I hope you want to give back and all that stuff. I try to do that with you guys, so it's always great to see you guys supporting me in return. All you got to do is click that thumbs up button right below this video. It helps out more than you guys know. It only takes 2 seconds, and I always appreciate when you guys do it. And also, I always encourage you guys to also leave a comment. Leave some feedback, leave some criticism. Let me know what you thought of the team, what you thought of the video. And it doesn't necessarily have to be related to the video either. You can just tell me anything that you're thinking. I just like interacting with you guys. That's just not so bad, right? Right? Maybe it is. Anyway, moving on. Let's take a look at the team here. We got our fake out Persian, which is essentially just there for a quick taunt, and it also can U-turn out to give us some momentum, and the fake out pressure is always nice. We have specially defensive Florges, which is also a cleric with Wish and aromatherapy. Then we have our nasty plot special Lucario, which put in a crazy amount of work in the last episode. I was so proud of it. We got Starmie, which is our spinner, and it also is packing the Ice Beam, Psyshock, and Surf, I believe, for its special attacks. We've got bulky Rotom Fan with Willow and Pain Split, and I've really enjoyed using that so far too. I really want to use it in a Wi-Fi battle, just haven't had the opportunity yet. And then we have our Gliscor, or Gliscor, depending on how you want to say it. And I know it's weird to see me using a Pokemon like that, but it doesn't have Toxic at all, or Sub, or Protect. It's not even Poison Heal. It is Hyper Cutter, because it's the only thing that's legal with Defog. So that's what I have. I got Defog and Stealth Rock, EQ, and then something else. I'm not sure what the other move I had on it was. I'd have to double check. But yeah, so let's just get into a battle here. I think I've talked enough. I've probably just blabbered on way too much. But if you've been on the channel for a while, you know that that's what I do, and I'm sure you're okay with it. Otherwise, you would have left. We have somebody from Poland here. That is really cool. How you do it? I don't even want to try to pronounce that. Molu? That was probably terrible. Somebody from Poland in the comment section below is going to be like, why did you even attempt that? Why? Why on earth did you even attempt that? I want to see what my Gliscor's other move is, because I'm forgetting what it... What did I give you? Oh, Roost. Okay, why didn't I think of that? I don't know why I didn't think of that. It should have been obvious, because it's a defensive build. So we got Gyarados, Lantern, Arcanine, Mienshao, Crobat, and Weezing. Have to say, right off the bat, I love your team. Great team. This is stuff that I like to see, and it's unusual on BattleSpot to see somebody bringing stuff like this. So I'm taking note immediately of the Volt Absorb on that Lantern, so we got to be careful with Rotom just Volt switching everywhere. I don't see any Ghost types. Nothing can carry a Rocky Helmet, so I'm going to lead off with Persian. Now that Arcanine could be a couple of different things. If it's offensive, it's probably going to be Flash Fire. If it is more of a defensive build or some kind of pivot, maybe, I don't know, maybe an offensive pivot, could be a defensive pivot, could be just fully defensive, I don't know, but if it's got Intimidate, it's got a lot of options. Then we got the Gyarados actually with the Intimidate also, so we could be looking at a double intimidating team. Thankfully, I got a lot of special attackers. In fact, only Gliscor and Persian can attack on the physical side, so that shouldn't matter too much. Weezing appears to be the physical wall, unless it's offensive. Crobat could pull off the Defog, so if we get rocks up, we will need to watch out for that. And his team doesn't like rocks, so that is also a thing. That's pretty much all I'm noticing here. We will see the fake out pressure most likely from the Mienshao as well. It also packs the Regenerator, so I think that is everything that I wanted to take note of thus far. And also, he's got a lot of ground immunity, so he can't just EQ all over the place. He's got 2 flying type Pokemon and a Levitator, but he's got 2 weaknesses to ground too, so it makes up for that. So these, I know a lot of these things are very, very obvious. You're like, why are you just talking about this random stuff that I can very easily see on the screen? The reason I do that is because these types of videos, I don't just make them for people who know what they're doing competitively, and I don't just make them for people who know as much as I do, because you never know what other people don't know. I don't know, how new you guys are to competitive battling. Walking you through my thought process can help people. You never know. I might just say something that you might not have picked up on, that you might not have picked up on before, and yeah, it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. I don't even know if I really conveyed why I talk like that, but I did. I tried. We're gonna go for the fake out here because it's free damage, and he's gonna leave his Crobat in to take a nice chunk of damage. I like that. I'm hoping you're not offensive. You do outspeed. Let's see. Taunting doesn't seem like much of a play to make here, and he left his Crobat in. So I don't think I want to U-turn out. I think I want to just switch out. Now, we cannot touch this Crobat with Gliscor. We can take a hit, but we can't touch it. Lucario, we're not going to be taking a hit from it either. So I think I actually want to go out into Rotom. So let's do that. Let's go out into Rotom, and I'll actually fire off a Will-O-Wisp, I think. I think that's what I want to do. He may U-turn here, which would be a good play. No, he's going to go for the Acrobatics. Oh, that is scary. That is really scary. Now, I really feel like the Lantern's going to come out here. So I want a Willow to get some residual damage. I don't want to give him a free switch with the Volt Switch because I feel like that is obvious that I'm going... Oh, no, he's going to U-turn out. Okay, that's fair enough also because you deal some chip damage, and the off chance I want to pull a double, you can get some momentum going. So good play on my opponent's part. Really like that set. Got to keep in mind that it is offensive, though. Yeah, the Lantern's coming out, so the Will-O-Wisp was a good play on my part, and it does connect. If it missed, that would have been terrible. Now, Lantern can also carry the Heal Bell, so if he has that, he's probably going to go for it here. And I kind of want to just Pain Split, actually. I'll get some HP back. Unless I just want a hard switch. I'm a little bit afraid of that Scald, though. That kind of scares me. And if he goes for a Volt Switch, Starmie really is not a good switch in here. Although, Florges could be a good switch in. I really want to get Rocks up, but now is not the opportunity to bring in Gliscor. I could have done it with the Crobat, but I really thought it might be packing the Defog. And it still might be. It could be just an offensive build with, we saw 2 attacks, and it could just have, it could have Defog and Roost. I don't really know. But this thing is definitely specially inclined, so I'm going to go into Florges here. And then we can do something. We can fire off a Moonblast. I guess he can switch in the Crobat on that. We shall see what he wants to do. Confuse Ray. Really? Really? Another thing that those of you that have been on the channel for a while know is that I think Confusion in general, and moves like Confuse Ray, Dynamic Punch, those types of things, Swagger, I think it's just nonsensical. You're taking the game and just putting it at a 50-50 on purpose and hoping that you get the right side of the coin. That is just silliness to me. That is just silliness. I don't like that one bit. Really don't. I'm gonna have to switch out because my luck is terrible and it's not gonna work out. I'm gonna hit myself just about every turn. I guess we can go into Persian. I don't want to take a hit though, that's the thing. I really don't want to take a hit. But I'm not taking Life Orb damage. I guess we can switch in here. Switch in the Persian. See, he might switch out himself. I don't know. I'm a little salty already just for the fact that he has Confuse Ray. That makes me think he might have Parafusion. And we're paralyzed. That was not good. That was not good. I'm gonna go for the fake out regardless here. And then I'm gonna try to taunt this thing. But he's gonna outspeed, that's the problem. I don't know if I want to taunt it actually. I kind of want it to just die. He's letting it get down really low, so he obviously doesn't have Heal Bell. It's just a Parafusion set. I don't like that. I'm not gonna taunt. I'm gonna U-turn out because if he stays in, the burn plus the U-turn will take him out. Pretty sure. So, yeah, let's do that. He's going to go for the T-Bolt, get some damage off, which is not a bad play on his part. I'm not digging the Parafusion set. I just think that's bull. But anyway, U-turn takes out Lantern. What? Was that offensive? I mean, it had 2 status moves. I feel like, I don't know. Persian putting in some work there. Fair enough. I guess we can go into Florges here. I do really want to get an aromatherapy off so that Persian can return to its form as a quick taunter and such. Because I don't know what the rest of his team is going to want to do. Taunting that Gyarados could help if he wants to just set up Dragon Dances all over the place. So the Arcanine's actually going to come out here. Now, what is this thing going to do? I'm noticing no Intimidate. No Intimidate. So you're offensive. That is scary. If we stay into aromatherapy here, we're going to take a butt ton of damage. And I don't have much of a switch in other than Gliscor. Yeah, I think I do want to get the aromatherapy off. I don't want to be paralyzed. And we're going to go for it. He does go for the Flare Blitz. I don't know. I don't think that's going to kill. I don't think it is. It's going to do a lot. Wow, that did more than I thought it was going to. He does take a bunch of damage, thankfully. And I think I might actually want to just let Florges go down here, which stinks. But yeah, that might be the best play. He's got a lot of physical attackers left. The Lantern was one of the few special attackers. He's still got the Crobat, the Gyarados, the Arcanine. So yeah, I'm gonna throw up a wish here in the off chance he wants to switch. No, he's gonna go for the Flare Blitz. There's really no reason for him not to. But what this does is this gives us a free switch into one of 2 things. Well, it could be a couple things actually. We can go into the Gliscor and scare him out because a Flare Blitz is not going to kill in any universe and an EQ would be doing a lot of damage. This is a great opportunity for me to go into Gliscor and get rocks up too. Or I could just go into Starmie and kill this thing. But I don't think he has much for me. So I'm going to go into the Gliscor here. I'm going to set up rocks. If he wants to Willow me, which if he's an offensive build, he probably doesn't have it. But I would just, yeah, I just want rocks up. That's just what it is. He's got 3 Pokemon weak to them. That Crobat already has some damage on it. So having rocks up is going to be fantastic. He's going to withdraw, go into a flying type, I'm guessing. Yeah, the Crobat's going to come right out here, which is not a bad play. I don't think he's expecting rocks, and we're going to see here if he has the Defog, which I don't think he does. Part of me wishes I had the U-turn on this thing, but I do not. I do not have the U-turn. Now, Lucario is not a safe switch. It really, really is not. And that Lantern is gone, so we can go for an Electric-type move now. This Crobat has a little bit of an issue. But I'm not going to stay in because I can't touch it unless he roosts. So we're not going to play that game. We're going to go into Rotom and take the Acrobatics, I'm guessing. Or if he defogs, that'll be fine too. No, he's going to Taunt. Okay. I mean, that's a fair play because it's a Gliscor and usually it's not attacking. He might think that I'm going to go for subs or something. So that is a fair play. We might see the Arcanine come in here predicting a Will-O-Wisp because that's what I went for last time. But I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch for damage. That, I think, is the play to make, not to try to burn this thing. With that Arcanine around, he may try to get a free Flash Fire boost. We saw that he's not Intimidate, so that would make sense as a switch for my opponent. No, he has the Defog. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So he's got Defog, Taunt, Acrobatics, U-turn. So he's more of an offensive-ish pivot thing. Volt Switch is going to actually take this Crobat out with a crit. I don't know if that mattered or not. It depends on what his EV investment is. I'm going to lean towards the fact that it did matter because I'm uninvested in my special attack. I don't think that would have killed. I think it would have came close. Or maybe we could have if we got max damage, but I think it's more likely that it mattered. Now, I really want to go back into Gliscor and get some more damage off. But I think the best play might be to go into Persian here. Maybe, for fake out pressure. Either way, he's going to be able to come out with what he wants. Because he can very easily go out into the Gyarados, and I don't really like that so much. So yeah, we're going to go into the Persian here, because if he goes out into Gyarados and starts getting up free Dragon Dances, we can be looking at a potential sweep, and I'm not interested in that. 1 bit! Not interested. I don't have much to stop it. The Weezing is going to come out here. Okay. Fair enough. We'll go for the Fake Out here. I don't think that he's going to go for anything but an attacking type move. Oh no, he can have Willow. Is he going to Willow a Persian though? Or is he going to try to just Willow whatever's going to come in? That's possible. I think either way, you turning into Starmie is probably the better play. The Psyshock will threaten him out. Or we could go into the Gliscor and set up rocks here on this thing. But then we won't have anything to switch in. Depending on what he goes for, we won't have much to switch in on the Arcanine / Gyarados coming in. Either way, I'm going for the U-turn here. That's the play to make. He's going to stay in, because why not? He brought the Weezing in. He knew I had Persian out here, so that's what he was going for. Now, I don't know if he's going to go for a Sludge Bomb, thinking I'm going to try to stay in and taunt. I don't know. I didn't show him the taunt yet, so he doesn't even know that I have it, so that is a fair point. We do resist the stab with Gliscor, so you know what? I'm going to go into Gliscor here. I really want the rocks up. His Defogger is gone, so the rocks are going to help me. He is going to go for the Willow, so going into Starmie would have been okay because we have the natural cure and everything. I'm fine with this Gliscor being burned. Our EQ is not going to be doing much, but he's got so many immunities to it. Really, the only thing we want to hit with EQ that's left is Arcanine, because the Lantern is gone. Has to know I'm going to go for the Defog here. I don't think Weezing has Taunt, or if it does, I don't think he's carrying it. That's what I should say. Just going to go for the rocks here. And we're going to see the withdrawal. Are you going to go into Gyarados, maybe? Yeah, the Gyarados is coming out now. Good play. He might try to start setting up things, and I'm not happy about that. We have the Hyper Cutter, so we're not intimidated as we get our rocks up, and he may look at this as an opportunity to start setting up things. And that was a good play on my opponent's part. Definitely good play. He gets the safe switch in. He had to know that the most likely scenario was for me to set up things like that. Now, if I go into Persian and he attacks, I think I'm just dead. If he goes for a Dragon Dance, I think he outspeeds and I'm just dead. So really our only play here is to go into Rotom now and try to burn this thing. This Gyarados is a problem. It is definitely a problem if we can't taunt it before it sets up. Yeah, he's going to Dragon Dance, so I don't know that he can one-shot us with a Waterfall. I am fully invested in my defense, Bold Nature, all that jazz. If he gets a Flinch here, that'll be very problematic. Not gonna lie. That would be probably the worst possible thing that could happen. I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch. We'll see if it scares him out. No, he's gonna stay in. He thinks that he can kill me. He can't. He's not knocking me out with this Waterfall. That does a good chunk. Oh my goodness! Game! Really, RNG! Ah! No! Oh my goodness. That was the worst thing that could happen. We might be looking at a Gyarados sweep now because of that one flinch. Are you kidding me? I'm very, very salty about that. I have nothing to stop this Gyarados now. I really don't. Oh my goodness, that was... Nothing you can do about it. It's part of the game. Alright, we need to try to recover here. What do? I guess we just sack this thing now. What else can we do? We don't have a switch in. We got a Volt Switch. I was hoping that the Volt Switch was going to scare him out. Or, I mean, like I said, I knew we were going to survive, so we just needed to not get flinched, and we would be fine. This Gyarados would be dead. Or it would be at a point where Persian could come in and fake out it. I cannot believe that just happened. I really, really cannot believe that just happened. Psyshock is not going to do nearly as much as I need it to, and he outspeeds too. So I think this is going to be a 4-0 in front, a 4-0 in my opponent's favor. I just don't see me being able to kill this thing fast enough. There's the EQ. Can we live that? We live barely with 14 HP. We're going to have to sack like our entire team just to take care of this thing. That does a good chunk of damage, actually. Gliscor can't touch it, and Gliscor is burned, which actually may now come into play. And I really feel like I played a good match, too. That's the thing. I feel like I outplayed my opponent. I hate it with a passion when this stuff happens. You outplay your opponent, or you just, not even necessarily outplaying your opponent, but you play a good match, and then something like that just happens. So we have to go out into Persian here and hope that a combination of Fake Out and Vacuum Wave can kill. If not, we lose. Man. Nope, that's not even going to come close. It's not even going to come close. All right, well, there you have it, folks. We're going to be forced, not forced, but we're going to be faced with a loss here. As painful as it is, and he only got up one Dragon Dance too. That's the other thing. One Dragon Dance is enough to sweep this entire team. Because our only defense was Rotub, and he got the Flinch. He has the EQ, so I have to hope for like a crit Vacuum Wave, and even then, I don't think that's enough to kill. In any universe, I don't see it happening. So, salt aside, as hard as it is for me to put that aside, our record is going to fall to 15-4. So I don't remember the last time that we lost a match. It's felt like it's been a while, and I think it's just because I haven't actually recorded a loss in a while. So fair enough. I guess it was our time to lose. I can't even touch this thing. So I'll just go for EQs, I guess. I could be that guy. Oh, he has the Ice Fang. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. That's good coverage on Gyarados. I like that. Not a fan of that Parafusion set that you ran earlier, but yeah, I guess that was I don't know. Nothing to say. Nothing to say. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you were able to learn something, or you just had a nice time. And it was unfortunate the way it turned out, but I'm gonna try not to dwell on that too much and just, you know, pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off a little bit, and I'm gonna go construct another team so that we can continue this series, because we only have a few weeks left before the next special meta will come into play. And I actually misspoke when I actually talked about it before, and I might make a video about it. I don't know. I feel like that might be kind of silly to make a whole video about what the next special meta is. I don't know, that feels like an update video, like similar to the Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire things that I really detest with a passion. But I'm getting sidetracked here. Basically what it is, I'll explain it a little bit here, and I'll try to explain it from time to time in case you miss the explanations or you don't watch the videos all the way through, or whatever it may be. Basically, it's going to be a double battle, but you can't use a certain ban list of Pokemon, and that ban list is based on usage from the first 5 seasons. So, Talonflame, Kangaskhan, Garchomp, these are all Pokemon that are on there. Greninja. They did release the official list already, and it's on Cerebeast somewhere. That's where I originally saw it. If I can find it again, I'll link it in the description for you guys. If not, I'll try to find it sometime soon-ish, and like I said, either make a video about it or put it on Twitter or something so you guys can see, check it out. Pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it because I am terrible at doubles battles. It would be an okay way to check out the meta and try to learn myself, so I may do that kind of as like a learning series where we're learning together. I don't know, but yeah, that's starting September, like, I don't know, the second week of September, I think, somewhere in that range. So we're the middle of August right now, so we got like 3-ish weeks, 3.5 weeks, something like that, until that starts. So I'm going to try to record as many of these 6v6 editions as possible. so that that can trickle over into the next season as well. So like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like, rating, and a comment and all that good stuff. I look forward to reading your comments as always, and I will see you for the next episode with a fresh new team. But until then, game on.